Okay,
Oh,
okay. So
it's good to be
good,
back, but fuck
good.
me, I didn't hit record. Oh well.
Yeah.
We'll
So
have to do that all over again.
okay,
I can't
okay,
do it right this moment, my friend, but we'll
okay.
do it. Can we do
So
it tomorrow?
for those tuning in this, we did a whole last episode and we didn't record it.
Yeah, yeah. But
Okay,
we can redo it.
and we're back.
And we're back.
I would say it's been a while since I've seen you, but
So this is rookie mistake, still early in our second season here, and
we had a
forgot to
whole
press the
episode of raw
yeah
reactions of me being rather surprised. Hopefully I'll be able to get that again. But
yeah
forgot to hit
we
record.
forgot to press the record button, as they say in the business. Um,
But
all
this
right,
time,
well we're here today to do a quick episode to get season two really up and going. Did a couple of shows already,
mhm,
but really get going, and we're looking
yeah,
forward to the
to
season
new
two of the
of
Fallout.
Fallout show coming December 17th this year.
Yeah, so
So
that's just about a
a
month from now.
little over a month away.
Yeah, and definitely, and I have not been watching a lot of sci-fi recently. There's a lot of espionage being made these days, and I
Hmm.
realized that when I started watching episode one, season one of The Diplomat by accident rather than episode one, season three. And I watched this aircraft carrier blow up basically in the first 30 seconds. And I'm like, God, I don't, I'm watching it. And then your mom's like, oh, yeah, this is old. And I'm like, I don't remember this at all. And then that storyline is basically like the whole story, like through three seasons, has to do with this attack. I realized that, you know, when a new season comes out a year later or whatever, I need to go back and watch the last
Yeah.
season. Just because I forget it, I enjoyed it, and it's a good way to get
Mhm.
excited about the fact that there's more coming up. Anyways, that's my
Yeah,
little
definitely.
prep
Yeah,
routine.
yeah,
I think I'm going to do for Fallout is go back and
definitely.
watch it.
Good idea. Very
Yeah.
good idea. Maybe I'll try that as well. But
Yeah.
who am I excited? So we're gonna rewatch the new trailer for the show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
be going on mute, but we'll be back in a few short minutes.
All right. Here we go. Here comes the trailer.
So I've seen a lot of things. Maybe I did have to fall. Crazy things. Unnatural things. In the game. Good people. No. That girl I met. All in the I would be a good person too if I grew up in some cozy little impenetrable home. Steal and stab and fib all the goddamn time just to get by. Exactly is it you plan on doing once we find your daddy?
Gonna bring him to justice. People know that how they conduct themselves matters. They don't give up hope.
Stuff we fight for. Story has it you used to believe in those things too.
I wish I had for 200 years. I kept myself alive for one reason. I understand we're discussing a civil war. I thought I got my invitation.
Actually beginning to feel wrong.
I try again. Wait.
this is Vegas, huh? I'd ask why my dad ran into a den of monsters, but he'd probably just tell me to shut the fudge up.
And there we are.
There
Fallout
we,
season 2.
yeah.
So much going
So
on. So much.
a
Yeah.
lot. One of the
Yeah.
biggest things for me, so at I believe it's at 140, around 144, we are introduced to an image or to what is often what the players would see of of Robert House. Robert House is important, extremely important to the story of New Vegas, as he is essential. We saw him in season one where he was at like a meeting of like the boards of like different corporations at Vaultec where they're discussing about ending the world
But like in
essentially.
the old days, sort of.
Yeah, before the war,
Yeah.
they were there. So the fact that, you know, not only he survived due to due to advanced technologies, he was able to survive that war, and the fact that he's here in the show where I forget the show's setting, but it's set like definitely some years after the of New Vegas.
Right.
So the fact that he's somehow in some capacity alive,
So there's a lot for folks that have played the game. There's a lot of information here about like new information. This isn't like
yeah, no, it changes things. It
filling in old
changes
information.
things.
Yeah.
We see him in some capacity active, though it seems that New Vegas itself is not doing the best as
Well, it's interesting because at the end of Fallout, you were like so excited and interested that they were going to New Vegas or whatever, but they
Mhm.
haven't even used that word yet, right? Like the sign said Las Vegas on it. They haven't even kind of like used
Yeah,
New Vegas, which is interesting.
I think if there's a lot of things I could say. I think they're like for new player for like old for people who know the games are like excited, and for people like you who don't know the lore,
Yeah,
it's setting that up for you guys. So like you can ask us questions like, oh, why is it called this, or why is it called New Vegas when it should be Las Vegas or something?
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
And
there was a yeah. Go ahead.
no, please go ahead.
No, no, I was just going to say there was a lot in that trailer through
Hmm.
production technicalities. I've now watched it twice, and the second time I saw even more. The first time there's just like on any particular shot on the screen, right? There's
So much going
so
on.
much going on, right? Are you looking at that character or the guy on the
Hmm.
screen in the back or whatever? And I didn't for some reason I didn't really see like when he's talking about his family. There's threads of his family. I hadn't
Right?
really
Yeah.
noticed like his wife looking at the kids or whatever.
Hmm.
And, anyways, I'm super excited. It's also I also find it interesting because the character maybe it's her cousin or something the main character's the female character's cousin or whatever it is
The guy who's got the baby or in the vault?
in the vault, right? The
Well,
heavier guy with the beard. He's the actor from he's one of the main actors from now I'm blanking on it, but that Office sci-fi,
Severance?
Severance. Yeah,
Severance.
he's one of the main that actor is one of the main characters in
Mm.
Severance. And but I
Hmm.
didn't I must have watched Fallout before Severance because I didn't recognize them. And and then the ghoul cowboy or whatever, he's been
Hmm.
in a bunch of stuff recently and he had a
Yeah, I
huge
know.
role in White Lotus, right?
Right. Yeah.
And anyways,
Yeah.
just it's interesting. It's
Hmm.
he's
Yeah.
really doing well in his later acting life. Anyways, but,
Yeah. 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 It's like when I think of like the Mandalorian actor, like I didn't
yeah,
know who he was until Mandalorian. Now he's like in a
now
lot
he's
of stuff.
he's like one of the biggest actors there are right now.
Right.
Um, and
So
sorry, one other thing is that like this is that Fallout is a shooter game, right?
it's a lot of things. It's an exploration like choice-based game, but also yes, a shooting game, a looting
Right.
and shooting game
So
as they
because
go.
when they switch, like it's a big, you feel that big switch, right? When they go to the war, sort of, and there's like you just feel the music and everything is like these big,
Yeah, yeah, no, like as I
all
said,
that kind of stuff in the shooting and all that, and
right, yeah, like in the trailer we hear
there's
classic.
gonna be a few heads that get blown off, right?
Oh, believe me.
Yeah.
Back to that point of like, like looting and shooting game. People have joked online and said like this is totally an inaccurate Fallout game show because mainly because the main characters are not like picking up every like
Equipment.
piece of junk that they can sell, wherever they
Right.
go. Like it's inaccurate. Why are they not over encumbered walking across it? So it's,
Right.
joking about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's so much I can say about this trailer.
Yeah.
The fact that we see New Vegas at all is an interesting sign. Depending on different endings of like choices that you took in the New Vegas game, Las Vegas or New Vegas could have a multitude of different endings from the NCR holding on to it to House or the Legion, which we saw again in this trailer. It's
Right.
crazy because the fact that the NCR is kind of fragmented, like they're still around. We saw them in this trailer as well, like
Right.
the
Who
ghouls
are the
walking through
NCR?
it.
Who's the NCR?
They are the new California Republic. They're basically the remnants of like
Oh,
they
that was who we saw at the end of season one, kind of, right?
yeah, well, yeah, we saw them through a lot through season one,
Yeah.
and now we've seen them again in the trailer. So the fact that they're around in some capacity, even though they've lost their capital, is interesting.
Yeah.
And the fact that we see again Caesar's Legion. Caesar's Legion is a army is several different hundreds of different conquered tribes who's had their identity wiped away so that they can become part of this unending legion.
Right.
An army built on the backs of slaves and in conquered tribes. The fact that they're still alive is interesting because as many of their leader or as their former leaders and soldiers have said who've left due to understandable reasons have said the only person that can lead Caesar's legion is Caesar himself.
Right.
And
So he
and
must still be around, you mean?
that's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's possible, but to put in reference, Caesar, when we see him, is both unhealthy, he's got a brain tumor going on,
Yeah.
and he's old
Right.
in a time where modern medicine is not exactly easy to come by or advanced, but the fact that he's old and also got a brain tumor that unless it's treated by the player he'll probably die from, meaning that like something has happened to the Legion. It's changed definitely. I And it's also interesting because what looks to be maybe the main leader is wearing armor that belonged to one of this guy, I think Legate Lanius, or maybe I'm getting the name wrong, but it's this very imposing guy who always had a helmet on. But the fact that this other guy's wearing his armor is strange. And the fact that we see him possibly stabs one of his own guys is also weird. Like, what's
Right.
going on?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think there's going to be a lot of explaining
Yeah,
to
no,
do
and
after each episode for me
yeah,
to be able
no,
to get that.
and that's not the only thing. The fact that we see we hear a voice. We hear like a deep gruff voice that's definitely does not sound like a human.
Mhm.
Like talking about you're gonna need friends. Possibly a super mutant, which we were hinted at to see in the first season. We see the Brotherhood again, and it seems that they're gearing up for a civil war, which is not uncommon for the Brotherhood. Um, but also like the different chapters are coming in. The
Yeah.
fact that we see different animals of the wasteland, like we saw that massive scorpion called the Rad Scorpion, or we saw Deathclaw, which is really cool to see.
Mhm.
The fact that again we see New Vegas, we see Freeside, like an adjacent part of New Vegas. We see groups like the Kings, who are those guys with like who style themselves after
Elvis. Yeah.
Elvis Presley, and the fact that
Yeah.
they're all ghoulified is
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah.
We see eh, it's possible either House won at the end of the game, or maybe in some capacity the Legion did, because at one point, I think 146, we saw the knight, I'm forgetting his name, but he was in full power armor, NCR power armor to be specific, which is kind of weird, but also cool because it means he's probably
Yeah.
changed sides, maybe. The fact
Yeah.
that he's fighting a Deathclaw with the backdrop of like these red banners means like, is it possible that the Caesar's Legion is in New Vegas? Like, this trailer has given a lot of questions that I'm excited to have answered.
Yeah. 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 That's cool. Well, yeah, it was, I mean, I'm really excited for it. A lot of questions for me, a lot of
Extremely
different,
excited.
there's so many different things going on, right? From Elvis
Hmm.
and cowboys and space
And robots
and
and
robots and
monsters.
exoskeletons and fallout shelters and so much stuff going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Super,
Gosh,
super excited for it.
yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah,
wait.
can't
Can't wait
wait.
to do and this time each episode there's gonna be it's gonna be releasing by episode, not the whole thing at
Oh,
once.
all right. So we'll
So
have
we'll be able to get to
weeks
do
of
it.
material, eh?
Oh yeah, I'm
Oh
excited
yeah.
for that.
All right. Well, keep subscribing and can't
Keep
wait
asking
to
those
just
questions
yeah, and can't wait to start watching the series with everyone and until we see each other again.
until we see each other again. Take care, people.